Hello, welcome to my channel. Now let's make a loungewear pants with pockets using stretch fabric. I am using the bottom half of McCall's M8534 sewing pattern as a template. First, I made a copy of the pants as you see on your screen. I searched for trendy loungewear made with stretch fabric, but it is impossible to find one with pockets, so here we are. Measure 4 inches and mark the pattern as you see on your screen. Then you draw a straight line and down. Next, you measure 5 inches and you mark as you see on the screen. 3 inches and you mark. You kind of create a slanting line. It has to slant. Six inches, measure 6 inches down. When you connect the markings, it looks like parallel lines. The parallel lines is the pattern. After you cut it, it's the pattern for the pockets. And now I am putting half an inch of sewing allowance. That's half an inch of sewing allowance on the side of the pattern. And now I am cutting out the pattern. Do not use your sewing scissors to cut. I use paper scissors to cut. And this is the pocket. I place the pattern on the fabric and cut out the pattern. Now I'm using the pocket pattern as a template to cut out the pattern for the pockets as you see on the screen. I added 1 inch to the edge of the pocket pattern to make a fold over edge and create a neat and durable finish. I folded it over and pinned it as you see on your screen. Then I took it to the sewing machine and stitched it with a zigzag stitch. As you can see, I used a zigzag stitch because the fabric will be stretching sideways. That's why I used a zigzag stitch. Before I stitch the pocket to the pants, I'll first stitch the top and middle pieces together as you see on the screen. Pin them together as you can see, and then I use a zigzag stitch because it will be stretching sideways. After I've done that, you see I've done it to the 2 pieces, the left and right pieces as you see. Then now I will place the pocket pattern on the fabric. I align them together as you see. Now the bottom piece, I would now join or stitch the bottom piece and the pocket piece together and then use a zigzag stitch. Make sure that you get the edge. You see, you get the edge. None of the edge is coming out. Now after you've done that to the other side, you see I'm showing you it's securely attached. Then you stitch now you join the 2 main pieces together. The line that goes straight down the middle of the pants, you join those 2 main pieces together, and so you can use a straight stitch for this. Now you see we're almost done with the pockets. Then you connect the pieces together in the middle. That is the crotch area. You connect it together and sew. You can use a straight stitch. This is the back of the pants. You cut out the pattern and you sew. Now we are joining the front and back pieces together. Make sure that you align the edge of the pockets together properly before you sew. Then you now sew. You can use a straight stitch to sew. As you can see, the pockets have been successfully added to the pants. Now it's time to add elastic to the pants. Ensure that the elastic is very snug fitting. Join both ends together to form a loop, as you see on your screen. Secure the elastic loop with a zigzag stitch. Next, fold the elastic as shown on the screen and mark the four corners using sewing pins as demonstrated on the screen. Next, align the front seam. The pins act as a marker for the front, side, and back seams. As you can see, me align the front seam, side seams, and back seams. Gently stretch the elastic as you sew to match the length of the pants fabric. Remove the pins as you go. Continue this process all the way around until you reach the center back seam again. Voila, we are all done. Now we're going to make the matching top. I just use a Vogue V2042 sewing pattern to create the top. I just turned the dress into a top, period. You can use the same concept to create pockets for your stretch pants and dresses, even shorts. Thank you for watching. See you on the next video.